Switchvox comes ready with some powerful call reporting tools that can give businesses useful insight into calls in and out of the system, while providing admins with usable data to prevent lost calls and overcapacity issues. Whatever your data needs, let's start with taking a look at the concurrent calls report under the Reporting Call Reports menu. You'll find that just over here under this menu. This report can help us determine spikes and peak call times and also help in determining line and trunk capacity needs. We could search by call type, being all calls internal or external only, by origination, meaning incoming and or outgoing calls, and the provider or all providers. And lastly, by provider or multiple providers. So let's choose all calls. And the output of the data will be a visual chart showing the number of calls over the date range. So because this is a demo system, our peak calls were 2 on this system. And we've got that date here on the 22nd of June. So how about call logs? Call logs give us actual call-specific data, such as the caller or callee name and number, the time and date, duration information, and more. The ability to select different system locations that calls originated and terminated using types is helpful in finding specific call data throughout the various Switchvox components. And that's just under call logs. So here, of course, you can see all the different types that we can hone in on, the date range, and we can view the log, output to XLS, or output to XML here. So we're just going to choose all calls. We're going to view the log. And output is needed. Now we'll talk about call reports. Call reports give us a detailed breakdown of the number of calls or talk time duration in a given period. So the report data can be displayed in 5 different ways by changing the preference in the report breakdown list. So by date, by account, hour of day, day of week, total. So once you select the type of report, you can further select the source and or sources for the data, such as phones, call queues, IVRs, providers, incoming DIDs, and what to include. So we can go ahead and choose total number of calls, and you can hold down your control and multi-select. Let's go with a chart report. And we're going to see our peak usage here. If we choose by date, let's go with extension 200. And instead of chart, we want a view report. And we've got an average and our total as well. And again, export options. We've also got queue reports here. Queue reports are no exception to the valuable data that Switchvox call reports can give us. And the queue report breakdown and selectable fields give us detailed queue data like average wait and talk times and the number of completed and abandoned calls. You can select a queue or queue members as the main data source and choose the range and report fields as needed. So let's choose our group members. Again, chart report, view report. We can view the report and output as well. To automate any of these reports, you can schedule the report type and data collection and have Switchvox deliver them by email. You can configure these settings by visiting Scheduled Reports under Reporting, Custom Reports. And you've got the two different types here, call reports, and then you've got the queue reports. Set up the name, output type, chart, HTML, XML file, the email to deliver to. Our schedule information is a date range, whether to run forever or have a cutoff. The occurrence or frequency of the report's sending. And you can also set a start-end date for that report. And furthermore, we've got the report parameters. We've got that breakdown again, and the report type, just as we saw in the live generator.
Next up, we'll look at the queue status reports under the queue reports menu. Now, the queue status shows the current status of a queue and today's statistics for the queue and its members. Real-time queue information can still be seen through the switchboard and using the queue widget. Go ahead and select the call queue that you'd like to display the information for. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any real-world data from today's call queue, but you'll get the idea. The statistics start with the current calls and include average wait and longest wait statistics as well. Everything you'd probably want from a daily snapshot other than going to custom reporting. The queue member information here would display all members of the queue, whether they're logged in or not, and in addition will also display if they are logged into the queue currently, including their extension number. The callers waiting section shows the current calls that are waiting in the queue, which includes their current position, caller ID, how long they've been waiting in the queue, and the position in which they've entered the queue. And for our final report, we'll head over to the admin activity report, which is also a recent addition to Switchvox. The admin activity logs filtered by date displays the login name and the IP address, as well as a description of what was done on the system. This is essentially an admin change log, which is helpful to keep track of what's taken place on the system for troubleshooting should something go wrong, or of course a historical archive of the changes made should you need to catch up on what's been done. Whatever the reason, it's been a welcome addition to the Switchvox reporting lineup.
So that's how we can use the Switchvox call reporting and queue reporting tools to generate data on the fly, export it, and also schedule it and send it by email. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next segment. Bye-bye for now.